Hitting bad shots really sucks, but here's the thing, you can avoid it if you know how. And I'm going to give you a really easy way to give you a foundation of chipping that you can use for so many different shots, to give you the confidence, to give you the scores that you want, and the consistency. It's not hard. Let me show you how. When we've got some tricky shots around the green, it's a bit easy to get fidgety with the hands, to try and do too much. And you're looking online and you're seeing all these tips for chipping and to improve your feel. Well, the problem with a lot of them is it requires a little bit too much practice. But there's also a big misunderstanding that if you're chunking a few chip shots, whether it's from the rough or even the short grass, if you're sort of chunking them and you're getting frustrated with that, you think, well, I've got to try and hit it harder. And what happens when you sort of hit it harder and chunk, you end up thinning them, which then you're sort of in this flow that is thin shots, too strong, too short, and your confidence just completely goes to crap because your angle of attack when you're hitting the ball is just too steep, okay? Because it's like, I've got to get the ball first. I've got to be careful not to hit this heavy. But we're so tense, we're so worried about what's going on that we end up hitting the ball, stopping the body and flipping the hands through. None of it is going to really give you the constant consistency that we want. But I'm not going to go into major technicalities. I'm just going to show you a technique that has worked for so many of my golfers, just around the greens to give you the foundation. I'm just going to cover the setup really quickly. We're not going to go into details, but beware of having the ball too far back in your stance, thinking that you're going to get it up in the air. In actual fact, that's going to cause it to go lower. And it might create a little bit more spin than you like. But also what happens is if you press the hands too far forward, you're going to be digging into the ground. We don't want that. And I want you to remember that very specifically for the next tip. But at setup, we want to have about 70% on the lead side, okay? Now we're going to feel like everything is just a little bit open. But the main thing I want you to do is watch how far the hands are forward here. I want you to feel that the club shaft is actually pretty vertical, all right? And your ball position is middle to front. You can experiment front and back, but I want it to be about middle to front here. That's what we're looking at. And I want you to make sure that you have this consistent setup, because that's going to give you some reliability and that foundation that I'm talking about. A shallow angle of attack. We need that with your chip shots, okay? Meaning that as we come into the ball, we are not digging down too steep and we're not exiting too steep either. We want a shallow angle of attack. Why? Because that's going to increase the error margin from about this much to about this much. And I'll show you that you don't need a steep angle of attack with chip shots. Watch this. See how it popped up? And all I did was walk and drag my little 52 here. That was it. You can't get more shallow than that. So we need to understand that the technique to make a consistent shot has to be more shallow. I want you to find a tempo that is smooth, because the bad shots often happen because we're trying to panic almost, or hit it a bit too hard, or swing too long and stop. We want to try and have an even, smooth movement, the same sort of distance back and through. That's not like a perfect science, but that's the goal I want you to have. And to find a nice tempo, one of the easiest things to do is simply to count. 1, 2. The same pace. 1, 2. Smooth. 1, 2. We can feel the weight of the club. I'm working on the technique a little bit, but it's such a simple one. The main focus is tempo. And even if you have a longer shot to do, I want you to keep the same tempo, and all you need to do is perhaps change the loft of the club so it's a bit stronger, so it'll roll out a little bit more. And we're going to get on that in a second. But a slightly longer shot, I'm still taking the same tempo. It's still going to be 1, 2. Still got me the right distance that I needed. Same tempo, just a slightly longer stroke. So instead of fiddling around trying to do all sorts of complicated things, make it simple, because this is golf simplified. Here's something I want you to remember. Chipping is not about what the hands are doing. We almost want to feel kind of dead in the hands. It's not about what the arms are doing. It's the larger muscles that are going to give us the guidance, okay? So it's feeling like the body, even though it's stable, that's what's controlling everything, all right? It's my body that's dictating. Doesn't mean I'm rigid, doesn't mean I'm trying to force anything. I can feel the weight of the club, but my objective is to brush that grass underneath. And it is so simple. I've got the setup. I'm turning my upper body with my core and I'm brushing the grass through with that tempo. And if you feel a little bit disconnected, I want you to just tuck in your upper right arm here, okay? And you can do some practice swings, keeping that sort of connected here, and try and do some one arm shots just to refine your sort of technique a little bit, okay? Just to get that smooth action. And right there, I was a little bit quick on the downswing, so it wasn't the perfect strike. So practice with this one arm several times, then graduate to the two arm, and you'll realize just how little you have to do to hit good shots. And that's what I'm trying to get through to you. Less is more, even around the greens. Depending on the distance of the shot, all you do is alter the club. But I suggest for most of you to just get better with one when it gets around the greens until you get really good. Then you can refine a little bit. So there you have it, my friends. Practice that. Keep it smooth, keep the tempo, and you will chip better. Now, check out this lesson. It is going to help you a ton to make the rest of your short game simple and effective.